Alright guys, welcome back. As your host, your captain, the Flying Moose, with you once again. Sorry about that little stutter start on the little intro video there. I think it's I think I need to find out that video is probably sitting on my other hard drive and it probably didn't spin up right or something, and so I need to put it on the solid state as well so that doesn't happen again. So, Flight Sim Smart, you know the routine. If you're deaf now, that's your own fault. Okay, we do this every time. No volume has changed. It's not a Boeing 737-800. Where did you think it was a Boeing 737-800? That's, dang nabbit, I thought I changed that. Okay. Never mind, my bad. My bad, I'll own it. I'll own that. I changed everything in NightBot except the plane. Stand by, I'm fixing it now. 757-300. There we go. Okay, now if you do that again, it should be correct. So, sorry about that. My bad. Okay. Alright, good to be back with you guys here on a Saturday. It's a great day for flying, and we're going to have some fun. So, we're going to Iceland, specifically to Keflavik Airport, which serves the Reykjavik area, which is the capital of Iceland. And, yeah, if you ever looked at that word on a map and wondered how to pronounce it, it's Reykjavik. So there you go. But we're going to specifically Keflavik. The Reykjavik airport is significantly smaller and doesn't have a lot of commercial heavy traffic like this. We use Keflavik. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at chat, see who we've got here, say hello to people, and then we'll get going. So Odin Bull was the first one here. He was wondering where we're heading to and said that in the video, so you know where we're going now anyway. Dark Wolf 2304, good to see you. Roger Jose Salas, just here in time, wonderful. Harrison French, good to see you. Gabe Evans, what's up? Not much, just getting ready to fly. Zachary McPencow, hello sir. Andreas, oh, we got some, this looks like some good Scandinavian name going on here. I'm not going to pronounce it correctly, so I'm not even going to try. Looks like Andreas Hoy Holsten. So I don't know how to pronounce that, but whatever. And then right below, another Scandinavian name there, Heinrich. Good to see you, sir. Let's go to my country, Iceland. Yeah, wonderful. That's awesome, man. We're going your way. So, do you need jackets in Iceland? This time of year, I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather in Iceland yet, so we'll look at that together. We'll find out. Just remember, though, that Iceland is kind of wrongly named along with Greenland. Iceland is a very fine country to live in. Greenland is the one that's usually a giant glacier and very cold. So, not to say that Iceland doesn't get cold too, but of the two, Greenland is colder, I believe. So, anyway, that was there's a whole history to that. I'm not going to get into that now. Flight Sim Smart, how you doing? Well, thank you, Andreas. I appreciate that. You're my biggest fan. I love that. Thank you so much. Smurf Killer, how's it going? Thank you once again for pointing out that transition altitude thing on the 7.3. That is a big help to me, so thank you so much for that. Let's see. Who else we got here? Anybody I'm missing? Smurf Killer, NightBot. Well, of course, NightBot's here. Flying Squirrel, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Ronan is here. Wonderful. And let's... Oh, whoa. This chat just jumped on me. Hang on a second. Brian Gren is here. Good to see you. Light is here. Hello. Kushan Gaming, good morning. It's actually afternoon here for me now. It just turned afternoon. Dimitri, hello, sir. Oh, please, FSXU. That's life. Deal with it. Sebastian, good to see you, sir. Let's see. Anybody else that I'm missing? I think that brings us up to now. So I'm getting to you. So I got to you, Sebastian. I said Sebastian. All right, so you got to remember there's a bit of delay, and I'm going down chat trying to find everybody, so because it all backs up as I'm getting going. So, Mohammed, how's it going, man? So let's take a look at the weather real quick. Someone said it was warm in Iceland, and it very well may be. Let's look at what the conditions currently are. BIKF in Keflavik, it looks like it's cloudy at the moment. It's not. I wouldn't say it's warm. I'm showing current temps at 9 degrees Celsius, so I got to remember what that translates to, actually. But, yeah, it's not exactly warm. It's not freezing either. I mean, 0 degrees C is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's adequate. I mean, 9 degrees, honestly, I'd probably be loving it, because I like it a little cold. But it's 9 degrees Celsius and dew point's at 7, so we should be okay there. QNH is 0989. Stability stations. Winds 290 at 6 knots. So yeah. And it's cloudy. Broken clouds at 5,500 it looks like. So, all right. Yeah, 49 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds about right. Yeah, that's a good. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I say. I would love 49 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's fine with me. All right. We should do a long haul flight. That'd be awesome. Well, we did a long haul flight at to get to Europe, but we're hanging around Europe, so it's kind of pointless to do too long haul. We might do something long from Iceland next week, maybe, because now we're out in the we'll be out there. So who knows? We'll see. We will see. It's not morning for me anymore. It's noon. It's 11 p.m. here in California, so it is just begun afternoon. So, Flight Sim Smart, don't tempt fate. Oh, Ron, that's too bad, man. Well, we'll see that later. So, Shorts will do fine in a hula shirt. Yeah, nice, Roger. All right. Okay, so let's get started here. Again, this is the Quality Wing 757, so it is not nearly as detailed and not nearly as what's the word? Study level as the PMDG 737 or the PMDG 747. This is a very simplified aircraft, so which I don't really like, but I do like the 75, so we're going to do it anyway. Dimitri, I'm in Fresno, California, in the Central Valley. So, well, no, it's good aircraft, but again, you have to understand what Quality Wings is building for. Their slogan is complexity simplified. So, for what they're going for, it's very quality for what they're doing. They don't claim to be PMDG trying to do, all the complexities and all the systems. If they were and they put out this product, then I would agree with you. Yes, that would be poo. But that's not what their target audience is. That's not what their target is. And so that's what it is. What it is. So anyway, all right. Feels simple now. Well, that's good. That means you've really got a handle on that aircraft. So that's all. Yeah, the 737 feels fairly simple to me, and so I get into something like this, and it feels uber simple because it's not very detailed in that way. We got a British Airways guy coming in. Looks like an A319 or A320. You can barely see on the winglets there the stand up to signify it's an Airbus. Okay. Oh, you're coming to Fresno in February. That's awesome, Brian Gren. You have to let me know when you're here. Quantity over quality. Again, it's not an issue of quality because the quality is good. You got to understand what they're building for. So, well, we've already been to Italy. We don't say we won't go back. There's other places in Italy we can go. We were in Rome already. We will be going to Norway at some point, and we will be going to Sweden at some point. So don't worry for those of you that are waiting for that. That is coming. And I don't know when we're going to fly back to the U.S. So it's like I said, we're in Europe for a while. We're sightseeing. We're seeing all there is to see in Europe, and then we're going to go back. So let's go ahead and get the walk around done. I'm going to actually we'll do that once we're in the plane. We'll have plenty of time. So let's do the walk around. The caterers are there finishing their thing up. This is a very tall aircraft, as you can see. I may be actually just a little on the short side here. Well, maybe not. Yeah, not really. I guess we'll bump ourselves up just a tiny bit. I mean, he's sitting, but still. So there's the power cart there. Quality Wings ground service. But so we've got our nose gear wheel here. Tires look good. The taxi light looks good. All the turn-off lights and everything look good. No problems. No hydraulic leaks coming out of the wheel well. All of our antennas down there in the belly look good. Our static ports. And then over here we've got our pitot tubes and the nose cone. Radome look good. Wonderful there. How tall am I? In real life, I'm 6 foot. Right about 6 foot even. So, let's see here. We've got static ports over here. Look good. And they're getting ready. They're going to load the baggage here in a second once the caterers are done and we get the people all ready to go. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I realized that was kind of loud. Oh, here comes that Airbus that we saw taxiing. It's going to park right here next to us. British Airways. Just like us yesterday, except we were flying a 737. Why is that? Okay, Okay, it didn't open. I wonder if he actually did his thing though. Kind of looks like he did. That's a Quality Wings goof right there, I think. So okay, well we'll fix that later. Not a problem. All right, we'll check the landing light right there, and the leading edge of the wing looks good. We got these big old fat Rolls-Royce engines on this aircraft. Love the Rolls-Royce. It's a cool engine. RB211 right there on the 757. Interesting fact about the Rolls-Royce is it is a 3-spool engine. So just to understand real quick, you've got the front fan is on one shaft. You've got the and then the low pressure compressor just behind it is all in that same shaft. And then you actually have, or actually it might be split completely. The fan may be on its own shaft, but but there's actually then two more stages, two more compressor and turbine stages in addition to the fan and turbine compressor. Sorry, the fan and turbine shaft. So there are 3 separate shafts in that engine that are all independent of each other. So there's an N1 and N2, just like in every engine you're familiar with, and an N3. So that's specific to the Rolls-Royce that flies on the 757. Anyway, come around here, we'll check the leading edge of the wing. We're looking good here. No winglets on this this model, so it just is what it is. No fuel leaks. The trailing edge of the wing. By the way, I'm 34. I think someone was asking in chat, if you're curious. We got all our trailing edge surfaces are all up like we expect. The exhaust port of the engine looks very good. See the fan back in there. This is all bypass. This is the bypass duct here. So about 75%, 80% of the thrust comes out of here, and only about 20 to 25% comes out of the core of the engine. Mostly the core is just used to drive that fan, where most of the actual power comes from. So, all right, and then we got our tires here, our right main gear, which compared to the size of the thing look really small. It's kind of funny. You got our brakes and hydraulic cylinder all look really good. Tires look like they're in good condition. And we'll come around here and check the rear of the aircraft. Moose for president. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think the 727 has Rolls-Royce engines. I think the only engines on the 27 were made by Pratt & Whitney. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like that's correct. We got the APU, and the APU door there is closed. The horizontal and vertical stabilizers are looking good. It's a beautiful paint job for Icelandair there. Service area supporting today. This is a 757-300 Tango Foxtrot, Foxtrot, India X-ray. This is a kind of an unfortunate thing. You don't want to have the word fix on the side of your aircraft, I don't think. It implies it's broken. Got some more static ports over here. They look good, nice and clear. Check the left main gear. It's looking good over here, along with the brakes and the hydraulic cylinder. Everything looks good, no leaks. Exhaust on engine number 1 looks good. And trailing edge of the left wing, all the control surfaces are up. And the leading edge of the wing looks good, no dents, no problems. And yeah, I suppose on a retrofit it could have them, but not originally that I'm aware of. Hi, Tim. And then the fan blades there on the number 1 engine. We got the leading edge of the wing here on the inside, and landing light look good. And our static ports over here. Also, we want to be mindful of the antennas and the lights down here, making sure nothing's damaged and broken and problems there. So it looks like we got a good plane for us today to take us to Iceland. As I click menu, so I shouldn't click. Let's get back onto the flight deck. Alright, so now that we're on the flight deck, I can go ahead and close those service doors. Oh, no, I didn't open that door. Okay, so I wonder, I'm just going to check something here real quick and see if he actually didn't. Stand by. No, it looks like he finished his job, so he did it regardless of the fact the door was closed. So that worked out nicely for us. That means they're done. Okay, so we're going to close those service doors. It means one of those doors was the catalyst for those guys. Oh, maybe not. He's not going down. Uh-oh. Wait, so what door did you want open? Crap. Okay, let's try some other doors. Oh, there he goes. Oh, dagnabbit. Okay. Well, I'll be waiting for him for a little bit. Okay. Whatever. Whatever. Moose for president in 202. I think we passed that date a long time ago, but oh well. Phil, hello. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. I appreciate that. That does remind me, if you are new to the channel and haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you have already subscribed. I would appreciate it. And let's get those likes up. So, yeah. By the way, the 707s and 737 Classics and the 727 engines are very slim because they are low bypass engines. They're not high bypass engines. So just they basically change the ratio of the bypass air to the core engine air. So anyway, fill you in there. Okay, so that stupid caterer is going to be doing his thing. Let's go ahead and get. I guess these are already. No. I set the nav. Alright, fine. Again, simplified, so a lot of things are already on and things I can't deal with, so I'm just going to go down here and check and see if there's anything off that I think should be on. We don't want the APU yet. Taxi lights are off. Looks like the emergency lights are already set on. That's fine. Those are auto off. These, actually I don't want any of these on yet. We need to load the fuel is not correct yet. I need to do the fuel. We haven't done that yet. So I don't want the collision light on, but the position lights we want on. Can't turn those on or off, but they need to be on anyway, so that's fine. We'll turn the seatbelt sign. Have fun with the seatbelt sign. Let's see. Can't do anything with that. That can't do anything there. Those are the packs, which we don't need on anyway at the moment because the APU's not running. Those can stay there. Actually, I'll go ahead and arm that for when we turn the APU on. Not so that's going to do anything at the moment. We can't test our oxygen because it's not interactable. There's a word for it, interactable. Can I put that down the way? Oh, that's good. That helps a little bit. We can get our current altimeter setting. Let's do that real quick.
Edinburgh Airport information, whiskey. 1220 Kilo, with 153 pad frequency, visibility greater than 20 miles, sky conditions clear, temperature 7, dew point 6, altimeter 2986, ILS, runway 24 in use, landing and departing runway 24. VFR aircraft say direction of flight, all aircraft reback hold short instructions, advise controller on initial contact US whiskey. Edinburgh Airport information, whiskey.
Sorry, I missed something on there, so I'm hearing it again.
153 pad frequency. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 7. Dew point 6. Altimeter 2986. ILS. Runway 24 in use. Landing and departing runway 24.
Alright, that's all I wanted, and I want to kill... Can I even... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, okay, I was going to say. There we go. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, they are less efficient. The low bypass, that's why they got rid of them. That they don't use them anymore. They realized that they could get more efficiency and less noise out of a higher bypass engine. So, all right. As in which runway? Anyone know the standard for Anchorage landing winds calm? I do not. Yeah, you could check. Well, if you have Navigraph, if they have a actually, the other way to do it is check check FlightAware, and if you're looking at real weather, if they're whatever runway they're landing on winds calm, use that one. That's a good way to do it. Anyway, all right, so let's continue on. So the how do I even set this? Oh, there we go. Okay. So what did it say? 2986. There we go, 2986. And I'm pretty sure they're done now, so let's go ahead and close those doors. Get him out of here, and then we can start boarding our passengers already. That would be good. Alright, while we're doing that, let's go ahead... No, not that one. Gotta remember where the hotkey is here. Okay. We need to get our nav data up. We're good on our nav data. We got till October 11th, 2017 loaded in, so we're good. Today's the 30th of September, so we're there. Current model of the aircraft, 757-300, that's correct. Airac data, 1710. All right. Did it do this for me? Looks like it did. All right, fine. Oh, goodness. Okay, EGPH is where we are. And we are going to BIRK. Ow. Sorry. Wait. No, BIKF. IKF. There we go. All right. And let's take this moment. Actually, I think I can do this now. Can we start boarding? West boarding. Good. Okay. All right. So here are people coming on board. Yay! They can do their thing. Okay. While that's happening, let's go ahead and look at the flight plan. I'll bring this over here for you guys to see. So here we go. We are going from Edinburgh, Scotland, up to Iceland. Zoom that out a little bit, get you some perspective. So we're just going to come up here and then head out over the Atlantic a little bit, up here into Iceland. This area up here is our alternate at a town I can't pronounce. Akiri? I don't know. No idea. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. So here's Reykjavik right here. Here's the airport, so it's just kind of off to the side down here. Keflavik. Reykjavik airport is down here. Right there, I believe, is Reykjavik. Smaller runways, though. Okay, so that's our flight. In fact, we can come down here and look at the weather. Actually, should be pretty good en route, from what I can tell here. There we go. So we got some stuff up here, but it's all north over the alternate. Actually, we're going to be right between everything, so that works out nicely for us. And winds, we're going to be slowly working our way up toward a headwind as we go over due to the movement of the jet stream and things like that. So we expect that. Not a problem. I am going to download this because I need to get this into, what do you call it, my weather program. So we're going to be going at flight level 340 today. Airtime is about an hour and 57 minutes, so about 2 hours. We're taking 30,000 pounds, 30,310 pounds of fuel. Zero fuel weight's 191.6 thousand pounds of fuel. Weight. 1,000 pounds of fuel. And then we also have 225 passengers on board and about 18,000 pounds of cargo adding to that. I mean, that makes up that zero fuel weight. So here's our route today is the GRIC 3 Charlie departure out of Edinburgh. And this is a kind of interesting departure. I'll show you this here in a second. And then the following step. We actually... What's going on here? This looks like a step climb, but it's not stepping. It's just staying at 340. We're already at 340. I don't understand what that is. This normally is the look of a step climb, but that number should be higher than that number then. So I don't know what's going on there. That's really strange. Go figure. And then we're taking the Addon 1 hotel arrival into Keflavik, which is a very simple arrival. It's kind of similar in scope to the Edinburgh arrival. But I'll show you that here in a second. Let me get into Navigraph here real quick, and I'll show you the... do I have it on here? There it is. I'll show you the departure out of Edinburgh, because I think that's interesting. So let's get over there. Stand by. Get over here to Charts Cloud. Yes, hello. Oh, GSX. Crack me up. Favorites, please. There we go. That's weird. Why aren't you showing me? Oh. So it's like it hasn't updated with what I've done recently. Okay. Let's see. BIKF. There we go. Keflavik. You should be a favorite. I don't know why you're not. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Oh, and that's not what I wanted to see anyway. Dagnabbit. Just realized what I'm doing. Sorry. Stand by. Edinburgh. There we go. That's what I want. Sid. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so here's the... Sorry about that. Here is the SID for 2-4 coming out of Edinburgh. So we've got this kind of weird serpentine deal going on here. Off of the... looks like an outer marker, actually. It's an NDB thing. But we're going to make a turn at UW. Kind of serpentine around over the river here. Or the bay. I'm not really sure what this is considered at this point. Or a tidal estuary, perhaps. And then at this point, 33 DME from TLA. We are going to be between 6,000 and 4,000. 38 TLA, we need to be between 6,000 and 4,500. Sorry, 6,040. Yeah, I said 6,000. 4,000, 6,000, 4,500. And then Greek right here, we need to be at 6,000. And it says, warning, do not climb above 6,000 until instructed by ATC. So basically, we will not climb above 6,000 until we hit that point. And then continue with our flight plan. There's no speed restrictions here, according to this. Just the standard max 250 knots below 10,000 feet, unless otherwise authorized. And so on. Transition altitude today is 6,000 feet right there. You can see that. And so on. So, yeah, so here you can see climb straight ahead to UW, turn right, intercept TLA, the 352 radial to 32 DME from TLA, turn left, cross at DME 33 TLA, at or above 4,000, max 6,000, intercept TLA 347 radial, cross 38 DME from TLA above 4,500 feet, max 6,000 to Greece at 6,000. So basically just a... If you're ever confused on what you're reading here, you can always come down and look here and it'll text it out for you. Based on where we're going today, basically our MSA is going to be 3,400 feet. Just to the south, the airport's 39, but we'll go with the lower number. And we're not going this way, so we don't need to worry about the 3,000. So, yeah. And these MSAs, you can see, are given from the UW NDB. So it's basically from this point laterally and straight up, in that sense, is our issue there. So, and on this particular chart, our highest point right there is 2,300 feet, 2,356 to be exact. So that's what we're doing today. Let's switch that back to Simbri for myself so I can load in the flight plan here in a second, and we'll get going. All right. Okay, so departure from Edinburgh. We're taking that Greek 3 Charlie right there from runway 24. Go back to route, and I will pull up SimBrief over here for myself so I can see the route. And let's see, we're going to STN. Oops, STN. So here we gotta just make sure. So first of all, it's not gonna be this one. This is in the southern hemisphere, so we know it's not that. West 06 degrees. It's probably this. North 58. North. Oh yeah. So north 09. This is down by the equator, so we know it's this guy. It's usually the closest one listed, but it's good to just make sure. Via UN 601. UN 601. And we're taking that to Akivo, A-K-I-V-O. K-I-V-O. And then we go to via UP60. UP60. And that's going to take us to ATSIX. ATSIX. And then we're going to go direct to Asrun, A-S-R-U-N, R-U-N, and that gets us to our arrival. So we go to the arrival, and we're taking the Asrun 1H, that guy right there, And we're doing the ILS Z28. I already looked at the chart for that one, so. And it's the Ogles, or Olgas, whatever, transition there. And so we'll activate that, execute that, boom, done. Let's see, reserves, I forgot to look at what that was. So let me, oops, nope, don't do that. Don't click on things I don't want to click on. Thank you very much. Let's see, reserves today are 10, actually it looks like 11.3. 11.4 actually. So 11.4. And the fuel is incorrect. I need to, let's actually, before I go too much farther. And people are still coming in and they're doing the safety. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Some flight sim servers on Discord. Can I put link to the stream? If it'll let you. It's ready for when we take off. Alright, well that's good. I'm not on VATSIM Flying Squirrel now. Fuel and payload. Change fuel. So we're doing 30,000 pounds. Let's see, what was my number here? Stop it. 3310. And if I remember correctly, we want to try and keep everything in the wing tanks until we have to put in the center. So 3310 divided by 2 is 15,115, which is more than what we can do. So we're going to put full load there. And that leaves us with 3310 minus 28,890, which is 14, really? 1420? 3210, there we go. So I'll have a little bit in the center tank. We'll burn that off pretty quick, and then we'll just be burning out of the wing tanks. So we'll hit OK on that. There we go, change that. And cruise altitude today is 340. Cost index is 80. Takeoff. Apparently it's flap 15. It just does that for us, okay. Do we have to even confirm these? I guess not, okay. Wow. Like I said, very simplified. So V1 is 138, VR is 144, V2 151, so we will set V2 plus 15 in the box. Can I just click that? Oh, I can. Sweet. Let's see, so 151, 161, 166. Whoops, there we go. Alright, 166 is V2 plus 15. We're going to set this to 6,000 because that's our limit before we hit that restriction. So we'll set 6,000 in the box there. Heading today is 242 because that was what we landed on. We're taking off with the same run we landed on yesterday. So that's known information already, so we can put that in there. It is 242. Bingo. Okay, so it sounds like the passengers are now loaded. I'm going to go ahead and close the doors and move the jetway, and we'll go ahead and look at our checklist and see how we're doing here. So we're going to close the, I think I already closed that door actually. We're going to close that door, and going to move the jetway away. And somewhere there should be okay, so the cargo doors are open. Why is the cargo doors, captain, pilot, left off. So those are instrument things. Okay, whatever. But I do know the cargo doors are open, so we can do those too real quick. We'll close those. So cargo doors will go closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just closed the main cabin door.
Oh, well, there we go. Let's see if this angers NightBot. Just turned off the anti-caps. I did turn off the anti-caps, I think. Oh, now you did it. But if you type, yeah, if you type tons of emojis, it'll kill you. So yeah. Mountain Aviation, how's it going, man? So yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and look on the outside because I can't tell in here very well. Yeah, okay, all doors are shut. Good. Okay. I'm sure there's something somewhere that tells me. Actually, it'd probably be on here now that I think about it. So, oh well. Whatever. Alright, so let's go ahead. Let me look at my checklist for pre-flight here, and then we'll do our departure briefing. So, stop that. Oh, it just does the before start checklist. Okay, so the way this one works is a little different. So we're not going to do that yet. So let me get the departure briefing set here for what we're going to do. I need to look at the taxi plan here. Where are we at? Airport. MP, hello sir. How's it going? No, stream's just getting started. We're just getting ready to take off. So no, you're here. You're in here in time. You are here in time. All right, so we'll take Alpha to Delta. Departure is the Charlie. Okay, so we've gone over a lot of this already, but basically the weather right now is winds that are 153 at 3, so basically calm for the most part. Temperature 7, dew point is 6, altimeter is 29 or 86, which is set in the box right there. We're going to be taking off on runway 24, whose heading is 242. We got that set up in the box there. We're going to get there via taxiway Alpha and Delta, straight out of the terminal. It's a very simple taxi path. We're going to be taking off. It's a flaps 15 takeoff. I don't recall if this thing has the ability to do the toga stuff, so, I mean, as far as auto throttle takeoff, so we'll use it if it's available. If not, I'll do it manually. It's not a problem. We're not derating or anything because it didn't even go as the option, so it is what it is. The conditions of the runway are dry. The weather's good today, so we have no issues there. We're taking the Grecky 1 Charlie departure, which we went over already, which basically we're going to fly straight out to the UW NDB and then turn right toward the other fix, which was called something. When I pull it up here, I'll know what it's called again. It's just the 32 DME from TLA point. And we'll need to be below 6,000 and above 4,000 for that. And then we'll turn left toward the radial for TLA again on 347 to intercept 38 DME from TLA between 6,000 and 4,500, and then not cross Grecky at when you cross Grecky at 6,000, we won't cross before then. Transition altitude today is going to be 6,000 feet. Our MSA for this area is 3,400 feet. And if we need to abort the, if we need to return to the field, basically, we'll abort before V1 if we have to. After V1, we will take off, and due to terrain, we will turn right and make a right downwind and base and final back for 2-4 into Edinburgh. So that is going to be the plan, and we'll see how well that goes. So this is how it's done, guys. So just know that. Okay. So let's get on with the checklist here and make sure we're all set to go, and then we'll go from there. So the exterior and interior pre-flight is complete. Circuit breakers are checked because they're not configured. Takeoff configuration warning I don't think is modeled either. No, it's not. Well, I like how it turned my fuel things on when I did that. It's fun. Can I even test the GPWS? No. So, most of this is not going to be. Fuel panel is correct, 30.3. That's good. That's what I want to see. Pressurization is set. I can't do anything with it anyway. Mode control panel is set. We've got our 166, 242, and 6,000 set in the box. Oxygen mask I can't do anything with. Altimeters are checked, set and cross-checked. Flight nav instruments are checked. Flight instruments, heading reference switch. Yeah, that's all okay. Alright, prior to pushback and start, doors are closed, hydraulic panel is set, fuel panel is set. We'll go ahead and turn the fuel pumps on for that, for the start. And in the meantime, we'll get, what's his name, getting over here. Prepare for pushback. Ice warning. What ice warning? No, there's, yeah, it's cold, but it's not that cold. And there's like no moisture. Nose left, yes.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Okay. What icing conditions are they talking about? I checked the weather. Whatever. Oh, that's annoying. Okay.
Hello, Captain.
I need to get the APU running for that. Yes, I'm sure. Figure yourself out. Okay. They even give us a trim amount? No. Give us jack. So, we're in the green band, so I'm going to assume we're good on trim, I guess. It's really kind of goofy. Flight doors closed and locked. Transponder, we need to set up. Just do something. Not 7. There we go. And can I even turn it on? Nope. I guess it just works, I guess. Alright, whatever. Anti-collision lights need to come on. And yeah, air conditioning is, well, will be. There we go. Okay, APU is running, so we'll turn off the external power so we can disconnect for them. Alright, and we'll move wheel chocks. So at this point, they should be all set to get us going here.
Locking gear.
Finally, lock the gear.
Departure check completed. Live has been inserted.
Wonderful.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Okay. Again, I don't understand what ice you're talking about, but alright. Did we get,
Edinburgh Airport information, Zulu. 124 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 7. Dew point 6. Altimeter 2986. ILS.
yeah, I think GSX, anything lower than, I guess, I don't know if it's anything lower than 10 they freak out about ice or what, but, yeah, whatever. We'll be on TeamSpeak once we get in the air. I wait till we get into the flight a little bit before I turn TeamSpeak on. It's just one less thing for me to have to worry about. I can ignore things easier on takeoff and all the stuff that has to do with checklists and things. It's just a little simpler that way. So. Yeah, there you go. Tim knows. Tim knows the routine. Alright. Wait for their engine start command here. Apparently. So how are you all doing today, guys? Hopefully you're having a wonderful Saturday. Or had a wonderful Saturday, depending on how far to the east you are from me. The day is coming to a close, depending on how far over you are. AfrinCon, good to see you, man. Yep, Juan's doing the pushback right now, so he seems to be doing a good job. He's really only ever had that one freak out at LAX, so I'm sure one of these days we'll have another incident, but so far so good. Gabe, you're doing fantastic, good to hear. But how do I join TeamSpeak and where? So if you want to, you can actually find the information for TeamSpeak now while that's going on. Type in !TeamSpeak and NightBot will give you the link to the document that tells you how to do that. We'll probably be in live stream room 3, but you won't be able to get in there until I'm in there. So don't try and join that live stream room until you can join TeamSpeak and just be sitting in the waiting room, but don't join the live stream room until I'm there and tell you it's good, because the moderators will kick you out if they see there's not a YouTube streamer in there. So just know that. Oz Plays Games, I'm doing really good, and I It's been a good weekend for me so far. So thank you for that. The cops came to your house. We had someone get their car egged last night. Like, I heard it right before I went to bed. I was watching some YouTube stuff, and I think I'm good to start my engines now. I heard a commotion and then a car speeding away, and my neighbor across the street had his truck like egged from all angles. It was insane. Why don't I see nothing spinning that I can tell? What's going on here? The APU is running, yes. And I've got bleed error. The packs... Oh, the packs were on, that's why. Let's try that again. There we go. I thought the packs were off.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Joe Tiller, who's... I'm not familiar with Joe Tiller.
Clear to start engine.
Oh, it does it for me. Okay, fine. Oh, well, that was good timing. Yeah, it's normally pretty good neighborhood, but every once in a while we get something stupid like that. I crashed my truck into his last night circle. Oh, nice. Alright, so we got a good start engine number 2. Let's go ahead and turn engine 1. And apparently it starts it for me, so I don't need to worry about that. There we go. So yeah, here you guys go. You notice on the display here, you got N2 and N3. N1's up here, by the way, in case you're wondering. Let's say you have a 3-spool engine. Set brakes to RTO. We'll put the flaps to 15. Make sure that's where they go. Yeah, good, okay. And we'll do taxi lights on.
Edinburgh ground, Midland 5-6 taxi, scan. Midland 5-6, taxi, stand for, King taxiway, Bravo, Alpha, Echo.
Parking brake off, and
taxiway, Bravo, Alpha, Echo.
moving away. We'll put the packs back on for the passengers. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the APU bleed. And we'll turn off the APU. Now those stupid brakes again, okay. So this is Alpha right here, and Delta's at the end there, that's our runway. Flight director on. Auto throttled on. Finally on our way.
Flight attendants, please be seated for departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to welcome you on board flight Icelandair Flight 50 service to Keflavik from Edinburgh. Just want to let you know, flight time today is about a 2-hour flight. We expect pretty calm weather en route, so we don't expect any issues or too bumpy air. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for takeoff at this time. Even a death? I don't think so. I do not think so. Alright guys, as we get ready to take off here, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you don't mind. I would really appreciate it. We need to get those subscribers up to 2,500. Can't do that without your help. Really appreciate it. Let's upload. MIP. PA mic is, it's not an add-on for OBS, it's something I created in OBS. It's just using the scene settings, so you gotta do it with the streaming software. It's really just for you guys, it's nothing that's in FSX itself. But it's kinda cool, huh? That's why I do it. I'll hit the like button when you crash. Well, then you're not gonna be hitting the like button, so. At least I hope not. I don't plan on crashing. Alright, we're clear on approach. Is there a... It's one of them. That's the travel button there. There we go. Yes, it is, Wolf. Landing lights on, strobes on, turn the logo light on too, I guess, just for funsies. Alright, we're good to go. Hey, it does work.
V1. Rotate. V2. Positive rate. Gear up.
Beautiful Scottish countryside here.
Flap 5. Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Speed thing is gonna bust me for everything, so I'm take control here. Because it's just waiting for it to pull my speed back as we reach the altitude, but it did not happen. Jonathan, thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard, sir. So that didn't work. Supposed to stay below 6,000. So VNAV is not that accurate in this thing. Good to know. Good to know. Do it myself. figure out what's going on momentarily. Shush. That's why it didn't even see me breach the okay. Alright. That would help. Uh-oh. My throttles are not responding. This is interesting. Okay, stand by. And now nothing's responding. Whoa. Nothing is responding. What the heck is happening? I've lost all flight control, including the rudder. Throttle, like it's like everything just disconnected. Whoa! It actually was in. What the crap? It actually commanded the autopilot on with that thing. Wow, okay. That was interesting. Alright. Stupid thing. Jeepers. Not happening. I'm still in command of this aircraft. So if I hit LNAV, does it actually... It should not be in autopilot command right now. So bust 6,000 again. Come on. Trim that out. There, now it's commanded. And altitude hold. I'm fine with that. Just do that for the time being. I'll fix VNAV in a moment. Alright. Cargo flyer, nice. Alright. Let's make sure it gets us past this point like we expect it to. This is our altitude restriction right here. Alright, there we go. So we can climb up now. That makes sense. Okay. Graphics, I've got a pretty good computer, and I'm flying a fairly simple airplane, so it's not taxing the computer very much. So those two things combined. We passed transition altitude, so we need to set this, which I don't think there's a way to do it other than just doing it. So 2992, 1013. So yeah, so basically, for whatever reason, when I armed LNAV VNAV, it actually, the autopilot actually engaged at a certain point and killed my control of the aircraft. So I don't know why, because I didn't arm the autopilot. It's a little disconcerting, but yeah, it is what it is. We got it sorted. So I have a custom build PC. So you'd have to, if you type in the NightBot specs, exclamation point specs. Then there you go. James Veach is Molly. I love James Veach. Those spam email stuff. My name is Mary Gary. Yeah, there is Quality Wing 787 was supposed to release originally on the 21st of this month, but they found some last minute bugs. So Frugal's predicting that Frugal's predicting that they'll actually release it probably in the next week or two. So we'll see. But yeah, it's imminent apparently. The website still says coming this summer, and summer ended a few days ago. So yeah. Yeah, no, let me get TeamSpeak up here now that we're above 10,000. Stand by. Stand by. Connections. Oh, not now. Connections. Connect.
Connected.
Wonderful. And oh, someone's in livestream room 3. Although I think that's someone from us. I think. Ribbon of new membership. Yeah, I think that's someone from us. So no one's kicked him out yet. So we'll go there.
Channel switched.
I think that's Light. All right. So we're in livestream room 3. So if you want to join, now is the time to do that. Cost to build. I don't remember how much my computer cost to build because it's been a while, and it's been kind of slowly upgraded piece by piece over time. So it wasn't like I bought it as it stands now in one lump sum. It was done over the course of, you know, it was built originally, then this was upgraded, then later that was upgraded, and this was upgraded. So yeah, just kind of how it goes. Alright, hello to you guys in TeamSpeak. I see Captain Tim, I see Light, I see Flying Squirrel, and I see Flight Sim Smart.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Good afternoon to you.
I've been in TeamSpeak for 2 hours.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I've been sitting there watching you on Light, and I was like, should I jump in there or should I not?
Yeah, sometimes the moderators will kick you out if they see you're in a live stream room, but you're not a YouTuber. You don't have the YouTube credential like I have by my name, broadcaster. So it's just a risk you can take. But sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Now above 10,000, we turn the lane lights off. And at this point, I'm going to turn the seatbelt signs off for the passengers. Yeah, I like switching up the aircraft I fly, but it's really unfortunate that, I mean, there's not really a really good study level 757, because that would be really nice. This thing is just so super simplified, it kind of annoys me.
I'm in this one flight sim group on Discord. So basically, they always do like random multiplayer flights. So I sent them the link to this. So basically, I just posted the link, and now it looks like I'm typing Q because that's my type to talk.
All right.
Yeah, you're right about that. 757 not being good in FSX.
They did have one, a really good one, the PSS one and FS9, but that didn't port over.
Yeah.
And apparently it was pirated too, so they took it out of publication. And Level D, of course, has got their paperware that they're trying to put in the field.
Right, which who knows how long that's going to take, considering it's been as long as it has been until now. Alright, Mountain Aviation, good to see. Keep asking the nasty flight attendant for a drink. Now, get it now. Well, if you call them a cow, they're certainly not going to get you your drink, so you might want to work. I want to work on the attitude.
A bit earlier, I think he was still doing either the walk around or setting up on the I don't know what that thing is with the green text. He said, "Hi, NightBot. I'd like to take that wrench and smash it over the head."
Yeah, I saw that. So, just being ornery. By the way, Flight Sim Smart, the thing with the green text is called the FMC or FMS, the flight management system or flight management computer, and it's what you program the plane with for the route and for the performance specs, so it can calculate your speeds and where you need to go and for navigation purposes. Yeah, well, then there's different names for it depending on the aircraft you're in. So in Boeing aircraft, it's usually the FMC or the FMS, and a lot of Airbus stuff, it's called the MCDU, so it just depends on. It's all basically the same thing. It's just people's different names for it.
Yeah, it can get very confusing.
It can a little bit. Oh goodness. So Tim, are your Michigan boys playing today?
Keep calling them Michigan. I'm going to unsubscribe.
Well, what are they?
Michigan State.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do that in the Midwest, you usually get killed. Yeah, we're playing at 3 o'clock right now. Just live streaming it, but it hasn't started yet because the baseball game's running over at Fox.
Oh, gotcha. Stupid baseball.
Snuck in a bottle of vodka.
Yeah.
That's that.
I saw that. As long as he doesn't get too crazy on the plane, we won't have to subdue him and turn back to the field.
By any chance, did you actually look at the alternate for this?
I just created the alternate because it didn't give me one in thing. So I just looked at a runway that looked like it was long enough. I'm sure its podunk is all crap.
Oh yeah, there's actually a great just planes out ages ago on flying around Iceland in like regional jets. Not regional jets, but the old Sweargins and over 50s. And that type of flying is just incredible. It's a good video.
Yeah, there's some cool. I have one of the just planes. Actually have the Icelandair 757 one, and it pairs it with. Well, I've got it here. Hang on. It pairs it with a some prop thing. So it's like half the 757 and half something else. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's a good series.
Prop flying because the 75 stuff is pretty boring.
Right. And in fact, I'm not seeing the box here. It's somewhere here. But yeah, no, that was a good one. I've got a lot of those actually. Just flight cockpit videos. I do enjoy those. Is vaping allowed in this flight? No, vaping is not allowed in this flight. Vaping is tantamount to smoking.
Correct. Get that thing off. Get that thing off the plane. Throw it in the engine or something.
Well, please don't do that. That will do bad things to the engine.
That's
Smoking is against the law.
Exactly.
Against the law on a plane, but I can do it on the ground.
Well, in certain areas. You go to New York, you'd be surprised where you cannot smoke. Kelsey, who are those two favorite college football teams you're talking about? In fact, I think my Fresno State Bulldogs are playing either this afternoon or tonight. It looks like they were all set up for it. Didn't look like they already played last night. I don't think I missed that. The band was practicing today, so it's usually pretty good. Oh, Alabama and LSU, okay. Are they playing each other, or are they just both having to be playing tonight? Alright. Yes, that's me saying all that crap. Oh, yeah. MP, welcome back.
Funny thing, he typed Alabama and LSU the same moment he said that, even though he typed it before the delay, so he probably heard it about 11 seconds after he typed it. So.
No, I read it off his type. That's when I said it. So.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're on TeamSpeak, you're seeing it the same time I'm seeing it. So that's why it looks like that. So.
It looked like he pressed enter at the same time he started saying it.
Oh, I gotcha. No, I just saw it pop up immediately, and I'm quick. So.
And Joe Tiller is the former coach of Iowa.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Good coach, great guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the delay is with the stream itself, I'm pretty sure.
It is, yeah. It's not nothing to do with TeamSpeak. It's the YouTube delays it by anywhere from 10 to 30 seconds usually, depending on bandwidth. So. Alabama 9. Crimson Tide's playing Ole Miss. LSU's playing Troy. Oh, okay. I have a roommate who's not here right now. He's at work, but he does a lot of online gaming. A game called Eve, which is a space game of some kind. I don't know. And his favorite catchphrase in the world is "Roll Tide." I hear him say it constantly. It drives me nuts. I asked him one time. I was like, "Dude, are you an Alabama fan?" He's like, "No, I just like saying it." I'm like, seriously? Oh my gosh.
Never had the money for any paid flight sims, and I probably never will. But I have this one flight sim, but oh god, I got turned on.
Eh?
You can't have the volume on. If the volume's this high, I need the volume really high to listen to TeamSpeak. And then when I start up GOFS, the engine will blast my ears out.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm sure you'll have money someday, Flight Sim Smart. The idea is, you sound like you're pretty young at the moment, so once you get your own job and you can have some discretionary income, then you can decide to spend it on flights. But of course, the flight simulators and add-ons and stuff at that time will probably be different than they are now, and that's fine. But that's just part of growing up, getting to the point where you can spend your money on what you want to spend it on and make those decisions. What is up with this stupid really? It shouldn't be bumpy, but it's...
What killed your departure on the, disabled your joystick?
The autopilot. So I armed LNAV and VNAV on the ground, took off, and I was controlling the aircraft for a good while there. So I don't know how it suddenly changed, but somehow, because I had it, if you'll see in a second here, I had so I couldn't see where the autopilot masters were, but I never touched them. So I don't know if it was actually clicked on, like if I hit a button on my joystick that activated it or what, but when I suddenly didn't have control anymore, I just clicked off LNAV, VNAV instinctively, and suddenly my control came back. So I think that must have been armed or something, somehow, but I don't know how. And I don't know why it happened halfway through the departure, because, I initiated the first turn, and that was fine. It was when I tried to turn at the next waypoint after I executed the flight plan update. That's when everything went to pot. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very strange.
That's captain, actually.
Well, quality wings in this case, but yeah.
Those quality wings?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, they're in essentially the same category.
Yeah, but quality wings doesn't brag that it's super sophisticated like Captain Sim does.
Correct. So, yeah, Quality Wings does a better job of saying what it actually is. Captain Sim kind of masquerades. plane is not out of control. What are you looking at? Hirogima, you're French, huh? I am American. So welcome to the stream.
I just loaded up QFS. I can't do it. I have all these other people. I don't know what's making it so slow, but I'm on 2 frames per second in QFS.
Whoa. That's pretty bad.
When I run X-Plane 11 on my computer, I ran the demo version. It took like 50 seconds for the gear to come up on the 738.
50 seconds?
Yeah, 50 to 40.
Seems a bit excessive.
Hold
You
on.
gotta have a pretty good rig to run FS11 or
X-Plane 11.
X-Plane 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we got the download, because I wasn't sure if my computer could handle it or not. I mean, the demo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to turn all the sliders down in your graphics and everything.
Yeah, I do appreciate when companies offer a demo like that so you can test your rig first and go, oh, yeah, this will work, or oh, no, I'm going to waste my money until I upgrade my machine. So you can make that call.
I can't exactly afford to upgrade my machine right now, so I guess I got P3D going.
Gotcha. How long are we till? Let's see what this will tell me as far as things here. 14:49 Zulu is expected arrival time. It is currently 13:19 Zulu. So we're looking at about an hour and a half. Still, sounds about right. We've been in the air for about half an hour.
I got about half an hour left.
Where are you flying?
Seattle to Anchorage.
Oh, okay. Did you ever figure out what runway you need to land on for that?
Yeah, I was looking at the remarks of the tower that was online, and they said they're landing 7 right and 7 left, and departing 7 left and 3-3. Which I'm like, how is that? Because if you departed 3-3, that would be going over the 7.
That's interesting. This is VATSIM talking about that?
Yeah. I mean, they don't cross, but still, somebody runs off the runway.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Hirogima, yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you've enjoyed your time traveling in America before. Most people are nice. I mean, anywhere you go, you find stupid people. But where have you been in America? I'm just curious. I've never been to France. My parents are actually about to go in a few months. They're going to be going all over Europe, actually. Italy, France, Germany, and Great Britain.
Hey, Flying Moose.
Hey, Crazy Mike. How's it going, man?
What's up?
Oh, not much. Just flying to Iceland. What are you doing?
This is crazy flying.
I try not to do too many crazy flyings, but yeah.
Because I didn't know there's such as flying school.
What about Flying Squirrel?
What are you saying about me?
I didn't want to have flying moose and flying squirrels.
Yeah, so it's a weird world we live in.
There's flying squirrel. I don't believe there's flying moose or meese.
Moosin is the preferred plural. According to Brian Regan. Hirogima, this is FSX Steam Edition. Moose and Squirrel.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, I remember you doing that long haul flight from, I think it was like New York to Heathrow or something.
Yep.
I'm sitting here bored out of my mind on a 3-hour flight half the time.
Well, like I said, I gotta say, the flight over to Heathrow was actually... Why are my brakes showing on? What's going on around here? This plane is being weird. That flight actually, I mean, normally I've done the long haul like that, the across the pond a few times, not streaming it, just flying it for myself. And it's pretty boring. You try to find stuff to do and things like that. But it was actually a lot of fun, and the time actually seemed to go by really fast for me, just because of all the interaction we had going on during that flight. So it definitely makes a difference when you got other people to share it with and do that.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I don't mind doing longer flights like that when you're talking to people. That's why I was so excited when I saw you jumped online. I'm like, yay!
They've got what, an over-the-pond event tonight?
That's not tonight. The bookings are opening tonight.
Oh, I see. When's the actual event?
I think mid-October. I forget the exact date.
Oh, wow.
I thought I saw that it sold out.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I flew it today and advanced and had something pop on the screen saying that the reservations were done in under 30 minutes for the event.
Yeah, I was flying when that popped up too. I gotta find it really quick. Oh, yeah. It's not saying it was opening, it was saying it was closing.
Ah, that makes sense. Ronan, it was good to have you here while you're here. So we'll see you next time, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I was just preparing my flight deck when that popped up.
Gotcha. Piked Gamer, hello, sir. How you doing? And yeah, Hiragima, yeah, X-Plane is one of 3 main flight sim platforms now. Well, I guess you could say 4, depending on if you want to count the Dovetail, the new Dovetail one, which is now escaping me the name.
Flight Sim World.
Flight Sim World, thank you, FSW. So that one's still technically in early access, so I don't really count it as being a full-on thing yet, but they're releasing more content for it and stuff, so it pretty much counts. But yeah, X-Plane, Prepared, Flight Sim World, and FSX, which is at this point, really the legacy sim, because it's not being supported or updated anymore. Everything's moved to Prepared or Beyond with X-Plane or Flight Sim World. So. Harrison Daw, well, okay, thank you. That's awesome. It's I'm sure a good career move if you're getting into it early enough. But even just a private pilot is something something you could do really at any time, and it's a lot of fun, I gotta say.
Yeah, I'll probably keep FSX on my computer as long as I have this one, to be honest.
Yeah. Piked Gamer, I'm glad to hear you're doing great. I'm doing very well myself. It's only about 1:30 over here in California, so I won't be sleeping anytime soon, but I understand depending on where you're at, it can be much later. So, Hiragima, no, I don't really speak any French. I mean, I can say parlez-vous français and ouais and things like that, but not anything intelligible to have a conversation with, that's for sure. I can ask if you can speak French in French, only to have to say, please don't, because I don't speak French. Which is not helpful at all.
Man, Moose, your engines are blowing out my speakers over here.
Really? I haven't changed the volume of them. I could turn this down a little bit. See if that helps.
Better.
Maybe if you want another room.
just realized when I was looking at the approach plate, I grabbed the wrong transition, so I need to fix that. So anyways, it is that, but it's going to be the Edinburgh transition. Let's make sure nothing broke. No, good. Yes, I am flying Icelandair 757, but this will probably kill that audio thing I just did. So there's the exterior shot of the 757-300 for Icelandair.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that they would fly 757 on that route.
Well, I don't know if they do on this route. Well, they do fly 757 from Iceland to Heathrow. And I know that because that's one of the videos that Just Planes did. At least they used to. I don't know if they still do. They also do a 757, I think, from Iceland to New York. And there's a number of 757s, actually, from different airlines that fly from Edinburgh to New York that I saw in FlightAware.
Yeah, I mean, those are generally high demand routes, but two really low demand-ish cities. I was surprised that they put 757 on that.
Yeah.
Well, what else are they going to put on? All they got is 75s and 76s.
Right.
That is true.
And they got the 75-200s. I think they're running the 300s now.
Yeah, they do, because I know the one of the flights on that cockpit one was, I think most of them were 200s, and then one of the flights was a 300.
Tell you, the one I want to get on is that Icelandic Aurora Borealis airplane. That looked really nice when I saw the video for that.
You talking about the livery for it?
Yeah, the one with the northern lights on the interior.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
The other one that's really cool for Iceland is the Arctic one.
Oh, really?
I think it looks cool.
I haven't seen that one, so I'll have to look that up.
I just flew into MSP a few days ago, so that's really the only reason I knew it was on Facebook.
Oh, I gotcha. Yes, Hiragima, you're right. I do know bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur. But yes, I know a few French words, and if you say certain things, I may understand or be able to deduce what you are saying. But yeah. So, but glad to have you here, Hiragima.
Is there a way to tone up the volume on TeamSpeak, but not the rest of your computer? Because I'm trying to do this one game where the sound, I have to tone it up on TeamSpeak, and there's no way to mute this game. It's called Roblox.
Well, your probably best bet is to turn down the volume rather inside the game you're talking about. That's probably going to be the easiest way to do that.
What kind of computer do you have, Tyson?
He's talking to you, Flight Sim Smart.
And then I check through the whole menu, and then there's a volume thing on Roblox.
Yeah. Flying Squirrel was asking what kind of computer you have, Flight Sim Smart.
I think let's see, HP Windows 7 for some reason. Intel Core i7.
Alright, in the bottom right corner, you see the little speaker/headphone thing?
Yeah, whenever I turn that down, then it'll tone down the volume for TeamSpeak as well, and then I can't hear anything on TeamSpeak, and then I have then Roblox sees it.
Yeah, I understand that.
When I turn up the volume to real TeamSpeak, the other game will have to move. So then I found that I'm just going through the whole menu, and then I find a volume setting in the menu for the game.
So instead of left clicking it, right click it, and then click open volume mixer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Hiragima, yeah, so I've had FSX for a long time. I think that's what you're trying to ask. I've basically had it since it came out back in 2006, 7-ish, somewhere in there. And I've had it, you know, all the way up until now. So, yeah, I've been playing. I mean, I've been playing flight sim since FS98, so a long time. I got into flight simulator stuff kind of late in junior high, and really kind of got into it a lot more with the Microsoft flight simulators in high school. And I graduated in 01, so that gives you some time frame on what that was. But I've been, ever since high school, basically, I've been doing some version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, whether it was FS98 or FS2000. I think it skipped 2000. I think I had FS 2002, 2004, and then the 2006 or 10, which was FSX. So. Okay, so they're using the 6.7 to JF. Well, from Keflavik or whatever it is. Yeah, I think they used to use the 5.7 at one time. So yeah, the Just Flight videos are. I mean, the ones I have are fairly dated now. So compared to what is current, so I'm sure that's changed a little bit depending on demand and their fleet. So Tim, a question for you: how far in advance do you get your flight schedule? Just curious. Tim might be taking a nap.
Maybe Michigan State started.
That could be.
Yeah, Minnesota's coach, University of Minnesota, sorry, their coach, last year, or the year before, I forget, was the coach of Michigan State. And we stole their slogan, row the boat, so I was thinking about saying that to him at some point today.
Oh, that's funny. Their slogan is row the boat?
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Timo oh good grief. Timofey Porjev. Hello. Yes. I'm sure I just butchered your name and I apologize for that, but hello sir. Welcome to the stream.
I mean, another interesting one is our high school is Burn the Ship. So.
Burn the Ship?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the name of your high school?
It's just our city name, and then Zimmerman, high school.
Oh, that's random. What was your mascot?
The Thunder.
The Thunder?
Yes.
Burn the Ship. Yeah, okay. Weird.
Apparently, it's like about this old story where they would burn the ship so they had to survive on the island or something.
Oh, I gotcha. It's Cortez. When he arrived in the New World, he burned their ship so his men would be well motivated. Interesting. Guess that works. XX Gerard CFCXX. Hello, sir. And yeah, Tim is correct. Timo Fey, whatever, is FSX Steam Edition, not P3D. Tim, if you're back, I was asking you, I think you stepped away from your speakers or something. How far in advance do you know your flight schedule?
Oh, hang on a second. I'm generally a month out, but if I trade trips, then, you know, 48 hours.
Well, yeah, okay. So, but what they give you generally is about a month out.
Well, what I pick is a month out.
Oh, I see. Well, that's true. At this point, your seniority, yeah.
Tim's ridiculously high on the seniority list.
Oh, yeah.
Must feel weird now whenever you pick a flight and somebody above your seniority picks it before you.
Not gonna happen.
Ever since I've played Roblox Vehicle Simulator, I've liked cars as much as I've liked planes. Basically, in the vehicle, I might do videos about vehicle sim. I think I've already done one. I've recorded a part 2. I might do a part 3. If I can get OBS to work without blue screening me, I'll do a live stream on it.
Cool. Yeah, I'm in a similar camp. I'm actually I'm into most forms of transportation. Interest me. So whether it's cars, planes, trains, ships, it's all fascinating to me. Cars are a little less fascinating only because I interact with them on a daily basis because I have one and I've torn them apart and put them back together, and so you're a little more in depth in that. But so there's less mystery, I guess, surrounding that. But yeah. All right, Pike the Gamer, gotta go to sleep, so I'll talk to you later. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us for a while.
Man, we are descending fast.
I'm assuming you're referring to your flight.
Yeah.
You're not sure about this Wii stuff, Kemosabe.
Yeah, right. I know, I glanced over my altimeter, I'm like, I don't think we're descending.
Oopsies.
Mountain Aviation, you download TeamSpeak 3, I'm assuming you mean it's not letting you in. Are you down in the, let's see, your pilot colon, let me look at the thing down here, see if I see you in the, actually, oh, here we go. Well, no, I don't see you in here. So if you were you actually able to join TeamSpeak, just not get into the live stream room, or what?
They had to give me the avatar required and the ribbon of new membership before I could come in.
Oh, I gotcha. Sorry, the way that's said, the ribbon of new membership. Like when you said "give me," it sounds like some weird like token or amulet you get in some weird roleplay game.
Yeah, I know it does. That's why I was debating saying that.
Made me laugh.
I had to think about that before I said it. I was like, all right, how do I say this?
Yeah, so Mountain Aviation, when you join the TeamSpeak, if you put in the right IP address, it should put you into an area that's basically the you're basically in the away busy section, and I don't see you in there. And then from there, you have to get moved into the live stream room that we're in, which is live stream room 3. So if you're not even seeing the away busy thing, like if you're not in that, you may make sure you're in the one, the TeamSpeak that actually says Raptor, home of the Rat Pack, because it's Raptor's TeamSpeak server, not mine. So if that helps. Yeah, Roger, we're still over the ocean. We have left Scotland behind and are journeying on toward Iceland. And we are currently looking at arrival in Keflavik at 14:49 Zulu, and it's currently 13:42. So we're just a hair over an hour from arrival. As we come up to the Akivo fix.
Navigraph give you that chart, en route chart over the Atlantic?
I believe they do. I think I looked that up before, actually. Let me see here. That's interesting. I actually have a whole. Let's see. Yeah, where did I see that before? Not in there. Yeah, somewhere there was an en route thing. Their whole app has changed, and so it kind of throws me off now. I gotta figure out where to find things on here. Let's see, because yeah, there used to be an en route section. I'm just typing en route and see what happens. No matching airports found. Yeah, you think?
I must admit, that would be a funny airport name.
Right? Where are you going? En route. No. Where are you going? En route. Yeah, I don't know how to get to that on here. I know how to do it in the browser version. Oh, maybe I searched this way. This brought up a different thing. This is... Oops. What did I hit? Oh, hit the wrong thing. Ah.
Never mind.
Guess not. Yeah, I'll have to find it later. Figure out what's going on with that. I'm not sure. Because you used to be able to do it and pull up the, like I can pull up the FIRs just from the map, and it gives me the name and the limits and the frequencies and stuff like that. But it's not. I don't see any of the en route charts. But there used to be a whole section called en route charts that you could pull up. And they had the oceanic charts for the North Atlantic and the Pacific and all kinds of stuff. So I'm not sure where that has gone or how you, or if it is still here, how you get to them.
They're there. I just don't know how to get to them.
Yeah, well, they're there on the, it's on the app that I don't know how to get to them because that's what I'm using on my tablet. So yeah, I have to do some research on that and find that. Boo.
I know, technically I have Navigraph charts until like the 10th or something, but I only bought 1 month's worth of Navigraph, so I don't want to get attached to them.
Oh, I gotcha. I love them. I love having it. It's, I decided to pull the trigger about a year, 2 years ago maybe? No, maybe it was only a year ago. And just do the monthly subscription, and I've never regretted it. I love having access to all that information and data for doing it, so... Marcel Vandenbrink, we are about an hour to landing. Yeah, just about an hour. As we fly over the North Atlantic. Okay, so Mountain Aviation says he's in here now, somewhere. It's a matter of figuring out where.
What's his TeamSpeak name?
He said it was Captain something, I think is what he said. He listed it on here a little bit ago. Where did it go?
That was Colin, wasn't it?
Oh, Colin, that's what it was, yeah. He says he's here now. I still do not... Yeah, I still don't see him, though.
I don't see him either.
Yeah. Yeah, Mountain Aviation, are you sure that's your... if you can verify your name on TeamSpeak, that would help us see if we can find you. What is it's Eco? What is KEA? I'm not familiar. Frozen Waffle, not going to stall the plane, but hello, sir. Or at least not intentionally stall the plane.
I think we've all done that at one point by mistake.
Yeah, probably. Into the Connect tab, typed in for the address. Let's see, is that the correct? I don't know if it tells me what I'm connected to. Tools, options, identities. Yeah, it's not going to tell me anything. Okay.
I just need 6 more hours until I land.
Oh, there we go. You just need what?
6 more hours before landing.
69, 40, 33, 10127. Yeah, that's the right address. But,
did he confirm his name?
I've not seen that come through yet, no. It says doorman and gatekeeper needed. Oh, okay. So at this point you're kind of in a hold. You need a doorman / gatekeeper person to basically authorize you. Unfortunately, none of us are. I saw somewhere in there that there is a doorman gatekeeper around. So you're probably just gonna sit there for a moment and wait while someone attends to you. So just give it some time. This isn't my TeamSpeak server, so it's not my rules. So we're guests of Raptor, so just gotta abide by their the way they function. They do that to keep stuff kosher. Hey, Kushan, how's it going, man?
How's it going, guys?
Good to have you back. How you doing today?
Well, not too bad.
Excellent. It's Eco. Do a flight from EWR to BPI, United 737. Well, like I said, we're going to be in Europe for a while still before we head back to the U.S. So while I may do that, it's going to be a while before we get back to the U.S. Where is BPI? I'm not familiar with that one off the top of my head. Someone else might know. EWR is Newark. I know that.
Maybe BWI?
Maybe. That'd be Baltimore. That would make... I knew that one. I've actually flown...
I don't think I've ever flown into Baltimore.
Really? I've actually flown into Baltimore and out of Baltimore in real life. That's we went did a trip to the East Coast right when I was right out of high school, actually. And we flew from San Jose in California, did a change planes in St. Louis, and then into Baltimore.
You ain't missing much. Nice aquarium.
Yeah, we didn't really. We used Baltimore as our jumping off point, and then just went to DC and New York.
Yeah, I've flown into Dulles and Reagan, but I don't think I've ever flown into Baltimore in P3D.
Oh, he meant Palm
Interesting
Beach.
airport.
Which one, Baltimore or Reagan?
Both, actually, but Baltimore's got those interesting runways.
Oh, gotcha. There you go, Rob Vlogs RV. There's the throttles. Palm Beach. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. I don't think I've ever flown into Palm Beach in Flight Sim. I don't think.
There's the keyword.
Yeah, think. Indubitably. The one thing I don't like about the new Navigraph app is the little click points for hitting things don't seem very, like, you have to like hit it like 3 times before it figures it out you've hit the button. Can't tell if it's a delay issue or what, but it's kind of annoying.
What do you mean?
So on the new, have you interacted with the charts app at all?
Yeah, I was looking at it now actually.
Okay, so when you go into a specific charts area, you've got that close button up at the top, right-hand corner, to get back to like the general map, and to go out and search different airports and things like that from when you're inside an airport. Like I'll hit that and nothing will happen, and I'll hit it again, and like you have to like, it's like the click spot is so tiny. You got to hit it in just the right spot. It's like it's not the size of the entire word or something. And so it's always like I'll hit it like 3 times before it finally figures out that. Sometimes I'll get it right in the nose, but that seems to be the exception rather than the rule. And it does the same thing with the little stars for favoriting things. And it's just, drives me nuts.
I don't know, I have not noticed that at all actually.
Maybe it's just my tablet, I don't know. Because I didn't have that problem with the charts app before they updated it. Of course, it didn't look like this either. It was laid out a little differently, so. But I do like the way now that they have things like the favorites thing and the way you can set aside charts so you can jump back and forth between them pretty quickly. I do appreciate that because they like tried to do that in the last one, and it never seemed to work very well. Like once you left an airport area and you came back, it like forgot all the things you saved. Crazy Mike, you're back.
Yes, I'm back.
So what are you doing today besides watching me do things, or are you just talking?
Just chilling.
Just chilling, huh? In Europe, do a flight from Zurich to AR. Is that Stockholm? I think that might be Arlanda or whatever it is, which is Stockholm's airport.
Geneva's a nice little airport.
Yeah, Geneva is. It is Stockholm. Hey, I got it right. Oh, and he's gone. And he's gone. No, Maddie, this is FSX Steam Edition.
Alright, I need some help here in the PMBG.
Alright, shoot.
I forgot how to exit a hold.
Oh.
It's in the
never mind, I
outcomes.
found it.
Yeah, it's in the what?
It's in the procedures. It's down to, I think it's under supplementary procedures.
Yeah. Did you find it?
No, I didn't see the big button that says exit hold.
Oh, yeah, that would help. It's always the stuff that's right in front of your face. Okay, so if you're in a way busy, so you are down there. Let me see if I see you down there. Well, I still don't see you. I wonder if that's because you're not visible to people until the doorman guy gets you. Oh, that's why it says doorman gatekeeper. You're that guy. Okay, I thought that was the doorman gatekeeper. I got you now. Okay, Pinto, I think, is a doorman gatekeeper, isn't he? I think. Let me see here. Hang on a second. Server group, doorman. Yeah, he is. Let me see if I can ask Pinto. Alright, I just sent Pinto a message. We'll see if he responds. I don't know if he's actually online or if his thing's just running in the background, so we'll see. Actually, Marcel, I was thinking about doing that from Iceland, potentially flying a cargo flight from Iceland in the MD-11, so I might do that. Because I haven't flown it in a little while now, and I was kind of getting wispy for it. So it's very possible. 'Cause I do love that airplane. It's a fun one to fly. Stretch Edits. Hello, sir. How you doing? How long till we land? We're supposed to be landing at about 14:50 Zulu, and so that's about 50 minutes from now.
What 757 are you in, Moose?
This is Icelandair 757-300. By Quality
Wings.
Quality Wings, if that was your other question. Yeah, I was about to... Oh yeah, Stretch Edge just asked the same thing. Yeah, Captain Sim Quality Wings. Yeah, this is the Quality Wings one. I have the Captain Sim one as well. That's the one I'm used to flying more actually than the Quality Wings one. The problem is in Steam Edition, which is a better version to stream with, the autopilot does not function correctly on the Captain Sim one for whatever reason. I don't know if that's just an issue with the installation on my computer, like if I need to try and reinstall it, or if it's actually a bug that occurs because it's Steam. So I don't know.
Could be very well be a bug. Steam Edition has a lot of those.
Yeah, that's what I've kind of assumed it is. So I just don't know if that is the. All right, Marcel, that's awesome. And we'll see if. It does not appear that Pinto is responding, so I don't think that he's actually online. I think he's just there in the away room, probably because he's actually away. So my friend just texted me. We flew together to Seattle last August, and like last year August, not last month. And I've done a lot more flying than he has, and so I love those. I think Delta, most airlines have them. They're the cookies that they serve. It's those little like coffee biscuits, and I love those things. Are so good. They're like ginger snaps. Anyway, so he just found them at Costco, and he texted me a picture the other day and said, "Hey, aren't these the same things we had on that flight?" I said, "Yep, those are them." And so he just texted me back and says, "My fears have been confirmed. They are the same. I'm buying more."
It's not the only airline food I actually like.
Yeah, that's not like I'll always ask for more of those cookies. I'm like, you want anything else? You have any more cookies?
Jeez, doorstops.
Hey, they are delicious if you ask me.
Yeah, they actually are pretty good. Did you see the video that Delta did for the Eclipse where they took the cookie across the overhead service light?
No.
God, it was funny.
Oh, is that on YouTube somewhere?
Yeah.
I'll have to go find that. That's funny.
I saw that.
Chase view from the outside. Yes, we can. There you go. Icelandair 757 Tango Foxtrot India X-ray. With its Rolls-Royce engines.
That is a nice looking plane.
It really is. It really is.
I'm really looking forward to their 787.
Yeah, I'm just hoping it's a little. I know that Quality Wings thing is their whole, complexity simplified or whatever it is their logo. So I just hope it's a little more complex than this bird is, but we'll see. I don't expect study level, but. Yeah, the Boeings and the Airbuses are very different in not only kind of how they're laid out, but just the paradigm of how they use the fly-by-wire technology. So you really do have to get you have to come to grips with the for lack of a better term, the ideology of of how the technology works on an Airbus versus a Boeing. And there's good and bads to both systems, but they are different. So. Now we got 225 on board today with us. Easy go.
So I was just doing an auto land in the Anchorage, right?
What are you flying, first of all? The 37?
738.
Okay.
And like the terrain warning went off, and then my autopilot disconnected.
Did you fly into a mountain?
I did not.
Okay.
And I had to land it in manually, but it was weird.
Oh. That's very strange. Do you have, yeah, I've never heard the terrain warning killing the autopilot before, but it's very possible.
Well, what's really weird about that is the fact that the mountain is on the other end of the runway, at least 15,000 feet down.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Marcel, my favorite plane is the Boeing 747, followed by the 727 and 757.
Should have flown the 27 to Iceland.
Yeah. I wouldn't have had the autopilot issue when coming out of Edinburgh, that's for sure.
That's true.
Well, it's eco. I can't do that because I don't have anything that runs iOS. I don't like Mac products. I have my phone is Android, my tablet is Samsung, running basically an Android type system, and my computers are PCs. So anything iOS is not for me.
Too bad.
Can you put the nav into auto, or are they stuck on manual?
That's a good question. Looks like it's stuck. I believe I can change that in the Captain Sim one, but I don't, unless I have to change it somewhere else.
Yeah, I think on the cap, no, it's a push button between
Yeah. Yep, nope, then it is stuck. Yeah, the Captain Sim one, I think, is usually, it defaults to auto, I believe. And you do it through the, I think you, and maybe you can't change it in the Captain Sim one, you just have to do it in the FMC. It may just be the other way around. I don't remember.
Sounds goofy.
It is goofy. Mountain Aviation, I don't know. Like I said, I've sent a message to Pinto, and he's not responding, so it makes me think he's not actually online. He's just logged in to TeamSpeak and is set to away kind of thing. I don't see... Let me see if there's someone that's in here that's also a gatekeeper that I can... that looks like they're actually online. Stand by. He's in the lounge. It's Montessor. Let me try him, see if... Oops, why can't I text to him? I don't know. Oh, maybe because he's in another room. I can't actually... That's annoying.
Who are you trying to message?
Well, there's a guy in the lounge, Lounge 2, Montessor. He's one of the guys that's always on with Raptor. It's just the lounge. So I don't think it's a live stream thing going on.
I'll try.
You want to try?
What?
Try?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
What am I sending him again?
Just ask him. There's a guy trying to get into TeamSpeak for our live stream that's waiting on a doorman to authorize him, see if he can help. Range display can only be altered in the 2D panel, even though it shows up on the VC display too. No, I can edit. I can edit the range display in the. It's doing it fine in 3D.
Yeah, I sent him the message.
All right, thanks. You can only interact with the FMC in the 2D. You have to pop it up or do it in a 2D panel, but the range display works just fine. But what we're trying to do is the VOR radio here to switch it to auto, which would allow the FMC to program that, but does not look like that is an option. Can I? Let me see if I can change that though. I wonder if it just says manual and I can do it here. I'm gonna try some. Oh yeah, so I can change it in the FMC. So the manual just means it's a dummy. Let me see if I can change the course too. 14.1/250. Nope. Okay. So I can't change the course that way. I can just change the radio. Apparently. 7. Put it back to what it was. Interesting. Yeah, no, that wasn't. Yeah, we were trying to alter. Just this is in manual mode, and normally you put this in auto and let the FMC drive it, but this works too. The flight today was about 2 hours. We're a little over an hour into it now, so we're looking at about 40 minutes to landing at this point. Metrolink guy, how's it going? And Justin Zuno, hello to you, sir. If you guys are just joining us, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. We're trying to get to that magic number of 2,500 subs. We're over 2,000, which is great, but still trying to get that number up there. So I would appreciate if you hit that button and you've got your subs not set to private, then your name should pop up with a little like trumpet deal, make it all sound cool and exciting, and get yourself a shout out that way. So.
I don't think I ever got a little trumpet deal when I saw.
You may have had your sub set to private. I thought. Well, I don't remember.
I don't remember. It's not a huge deal.
Yeah. Metrolink guy, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Welcome aboard. Does this give me my... Oh, there it is. Yeah, 120 to top of percent. Okay, so we're getting there. Yeah, exactly. It is really what quality wings means by simplified.
You flying tomorrow, Moose?
No, not tomorrow. Just Fridays and Saturdays for flying, Thursdays for trucking, and then the other days I've got church tomorrow and a whole bunch of other stuff to do. So Sundays have gotten kind of busy for me.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotta do a return flight either later today or tomorrow back to Seattle so I can finish up this tour.
Gotcha. Alright, let's look at the weather over in Keflavik. See if it's still what I expect it to be. 270 at 5. 270 at 5. 8, 7. 8, 9, and what do we got for broken at 10? Okay.
I'm gonna go. See you later, guys.
All right. See you, Flying Squirrel. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Okay. I like flying more than trucking, to be honest, so I'd vote for flying, no trucking, but I understand you have tight schedules. But yeah, and again, the reason for that on Thursdays is that there's a lot of work that goes into setting us up for doing a flight, and then it has to be only so long because it's already late for most of the rest of the world when I'm just getting off work. So it's just a better alternative, and it's less stress for me. So, and I know there's a lot of people out there that enjoy the truck sims too. So, I figured change it up every so often. We do 2 days of flying and 1 day of trucking. I don't think it'll hurt anybody's feelings. So, but yeah, it is what it is. What is this? Yes, I'm out in aviation. I'm not hearing from Montessori either, apparently, so sorry. It's not. Some days are like that. Once you get past that checkpoint, then you'll be able to do this no problem. It's just that first time. Unfortunately, there's no one that's in our little group besides Encrypted who's not on today that is a doorman, so.
Are we there yet?
We're getting close. I'm setting up my stuff for the arrival here. It's our I set that. I remember looking for this last time. Oh, there it is. Tim, you're a 757 person. You might know this. The decision height window here, since it's only giving me an even 10s, do you know if this is defaulting to radio altimeter or baro? Because I don't think I see how to change it.
Precision approach or...
For the decision height setting, like you could normally, in 7.3, you can change whether this is using the radio altimeter or the barometric. Here I don't see what it is or where you would change it. So I'm just curious if you know if it is set specifically in the 5.7 or in the Quality Wings one. Do you know?
I don't know. Quality Wings. You talk about where the source of that is coming from, or are you talking about?
Yeah, well, yeah, because like I'm setting the decision height here as 370, yeah. But if it's going to use either the barometric 370 or the radio altimeter 370, which is radio altimeter wise it would be 200. Barometrically it's 368 is the decision height. So that's my question. Yeah.
use the 200.
Okay. Will do. Alright. Get our taxi here. did a short flight from Ontario, California to San Clemente. That is a pretty short flight, but it's it's fun. I think you are the Sim Moose. Yep. So we'll do it. So Trump 757. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, Trump says they has the rolls on him. Yeah, good to see you, David. Glad to see you here. Oh, stretch outs. I didn't know that. You're actually a trucker. That's cool. What do you drive a particular brand of truck, or is it like do you have your own truck kind of thing, or you just do whatever they give you? And if so, does it change? I'm just curious. All right, David. Good to see you, man. See you later. Dismo 1412. Dova X230. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Alright, so let's do the approach briefing real quick. Weather right now going into Keflavik is looking at 270, winds at 270 at 5, temperature 8, dew point 7, QNH 0989. Excuse me. And then we got broken clouds at 1,000 feet, it looks like. So we're going to be using the Addon 1 hotel arrival into Keflavik, and basically that's from the Addon fix. We'll be heading to Dismo, which we need to be at or below flight level 140 at Dismo, and then at or below 120 at KF 124. At KF 125 we need to be between 7,000 and 5,000, and finally at Adova, which is the last point on the approach, or on the on the star rather, we need to be between 6,000 and 3,500 feet and a max of 230 knots. And at that point we'll transition into the approach for runway 28. MSA for this area is going to be 4,000 feet. We've got the ILS for runway 28 plugged in as 108. Actually, I did it on the thing. I need to put it on here. 108.5, and which should be 284 is the heading. There we go. Let's see here. Our minimums for that are going to be 200. We're going to be landing with flaps 30. Our VREF speed is 134. And our taxi procedure to the gate, we're going to taxi off on Bravo 1, Kilo, Charlie, and then November to the gate. Our transition altitude today is going to be 7,000 feet. And the missed approach procedure for that runway is going to be a climb on runway heading to 3,000 feet, and then expect vectoring from control. So due to terrain, we're going to make after we climb to 3,000, we'll make a right-hand turn to do a right base and come back in for the final toward into the approach. We'll actually probably intercept the initial approach fix of Lucar at that point, and then come back in on the approach for another try on runway 28. So that is the plan. We've already got our initial altitude in here, the 14,000 at or below, so the VNAV can start descending us as we approach the top descent there. And we'll just be monitoring the systems, make sure it does that. If it does not, we'll do it manually. Briefing complete.
That works for me. What do you set your auto brakes at?
Oh yeah, forgot the auto brakes. They'll be set to 2. There we go. I knew I forgot something. I'm gonna add that to my list. Auto brake.
Should be a dry runway.
It is, yeah. In stream, missed approaches in stream. I think I've only had to do one. I know I did one with it wasn't a stream, it was a recorded flight. It's the 727 going into, where was I going into?
Albuquerque.
No, that was 737. We don't talk about that. No, where was it? Was
you did have the one going into Boston.
Was that a miss that we did too?
Well, it's a go around.
Well, yeah, go around, missed approach. Okay, I forgot about that one. So yeah, so that one was on stream. So we've had that one. There was one. It was a 720. I'm trying to remember where I was going into. Yeah, I'm blanking at the moment where I was landing at, but it was somewhere north because it was snowy, wherever it was. It was in the United States or maybe just barely Canada, I'm not sure. But anyway, it was a 727, and due to traffic, we had to go around. And so we did the missed approach there.
A missed approach to 757 is quite the gymnastics thing to pull off.
I would bet.
But you gotta disconnect the autopilots, and you gotta clear the approach out of the autopilot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So, tell us about Albuquerque. You can go watch that video for yourself. Just go to the end where I'm trying to land, and you'll see what we're talking about. Why Albuquerque is not to be mentioned.
That was a beat the clock flight, though.
It was, and that was the only reason why it ended up being so bad. It was because I had a wedding I had to get to. So I still think it's hilarious that was because that was the first flight that you were a part of, right, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah. So first one with the airline captain watching me, and that's what happens. It's just great for me.
Coming back for more entertainment.
Yep. Hey, whatever works.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
Eh?
Please check that your seatbelt is securely fastened.
I didn't know such thing, but okay. I guess I have. That's hilarious.
Get to the top of the descent now?
Yeah, we just hit top of descent. So apparently the Quality Wings version just has the captain turn the seatbelts on at that point, I guess. Joanne, good to see you. Hello. Yeah, Mountain Aviation, I don't know. We're, like I said, we've got a lot more to see in Europe still, so not quite anytime soon. We've got, still need to visit some of the Scandinavian countries. We haven't been to Greece yet. Have we even been? No, we barely touched France. We hit Nice. So we still need to go to Paris at some point. I haven't hit Germany at all yet, which there's at least 2 airports there that we're going to visit before we leave. At least Frankfurt and Munich, and probably Berlin. So yeah, so
Switzerland and Austria.
That's right. We have not hit Switzerland. We have hit Austria because that was we did Innsbruck, but we'll probably still do Vienna. We tried to do Venice, Italy, but that was the one where we got cut out of the sky by the, the thunderstorms at the CRJ.
That we shouldn't talk about.
We should not talk about that one either. That's true. That's going on the list. So yeah, so we still gotta do that. Probably go to Barcelona at some point, or Madrid. We actually haven't even been to either one of those yet, have we? I guess technically we haven't been to. I mean, in some sense we've been to Spain because we went to Palma de Mallorca, and it's a Spanish, under Spanish control. But also want to get to Gibraltar at some point too, because that'll be a cool flight.
That'd be a cool.
Yeah. So yes.
It's a tricky runway from what I understand.
It is a little tricky, yeah. There's also a road that crosses it too. That's fun. Kramer, how's it going? One of your vids 3 years ago, and you sound so much different. Yeah, well, it's years will do that. But when you do come back, fly into KDRO. What is DRO? Roger Jose wants to do Moscow. That's very likely that we'll hit Moscow before it's over.
St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg's a good one too. Yeah. Trucks in our stream that you did on Thursday has the same thumbnail as your last stream. Really? It shouldn't. It should be a the front end of a truck. That's what it shows up for me. It's very strange. I'll have to look into that. But thanks for letting me know. Not sure why it changed. Alright, descending down below 28,000 feet. Oh, that's fun. What the crap? What are my throttles doing? Oh, there we go. Fix that. See the coast of Iceland here as we're coming in. We're heading down toward the end here for Keflavik. Oh, it is Durango. Okay, I kind of had a feeling. Durango, Colorado. Colorado.
Moose, that Albuquerque landing was looks a lot like my landings.
That's not good for you.
Going up is easy. It's always coming down that I have a problem with.
This is true. Yes, landing is the harder one to do generally. Kramer, I think, just sent me a thing on, is it Instagram or Twitter? Just pitch the nose down, yeah. It must have been Instagram. Or not. I saw the... What the heck? Oh, here we go. Oh, weird. Huh. Alright, yeah, I'll look into that, because it wasn't showing that for me, so I'll have to check that and see what's going on. Alright, Joanne, we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming along while you could. Appreciate it. And for those of you that are still here, if you haven't already, hit that like button and definitely hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We want to try and get that up to 2,500 subscriptions. We're getting closer and closer, but we're not there yet, so I need your help to do that. I would appreciate that very much. Bye, Joanne. views. That's lovely. That's a great livery right there. Way to load the... Really? There we go. It's good grief.
I like the gray.
I know, right? It's very slimming.
It's the old United paint.
Yeah, exactly. The old battleship gray. Yeah, Kramer, what I would do is for my non-live stream ones, I used to find a good shot somewhere in the stream. Obviously, I can't do that because I haven't flown the flight ahead of time, so most of those shots are on the ground. So I'll just, before I start the stream, I'll go out and pick a fun angle and or something showing the plane and take a shot of it and throw it into Photoshop real quick, add the text to it that I need, and then throw it up on YouTube before we start. So, flying blank airlines. So yeah, so that's what I do. I just, depending on the flight, pick something like that. But yeah, it's all done like, you know, usually within the 30 minutes before we actually go live. So yeah, some behind the scenes for you guys. So if you notice that I'll say like today the stream was going to start at 12. I actually started setting up the flight for the stream, started getting stuff ready to go at about quarter after 11. And so it's a good 45 minutes of me getting the thumbnail, getting things loaded in, make sure the plane loads in, doesn't give me any errors, making sure to start getting the flight planning ready to go and calculating all that out, so I'm not having to do that on stream, and then we can just go over it. But so yeah, so there is a lot. That's why I say when I talk about why I do the truck simulator on Thursdays now is because if I don't get off work till 5, I don't get home till about 5:15 at the earliest, depending on traffic. Then you're looking at that. You know, you need that good at least 30 minutes to 45-minute window to try and get the sim and everything set up and ready so it's all set to go. You don't want to have to be trying to do all that and trying to find all that, you know, while you're on camera, because it's frustrating for people watching it. So, oh hey Pito.
Hey, I just got your message from like earlier.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still. Yeah, I don't know if he's still in there. He was listed as needing a doorman, and.
I took care of a guy named Pilot Colin.
Oh, okay, you did. Okay.
I'm sorry, I was taking a nap and then I ate a taco.
No, that's fine. I saw you there, and so I thought, oh, I'll give him a try. He's got doorman privileges, so. And then he didn't respond, so I figured you were actually really away. In fact, one of my guesses was maybe you were napping, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I needed it. I made poor life choices. I was playing the new Call of Duty beta.
Oh.
1 minute it was midnight, the next minute I looked down, it was 5 a.m.
Oh, yeah, you need a nap.
Yeah, but hey, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let you go. Love you. Bye.
All right.
Don't crash the plane.
Thanks, Benno.
And remember, when you head towards the ground, you need to pull up at some point.
Very good advice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so Mountain Aviation, I guess, got accepted at some point, and then I don't know what happened to him, because, oh, there he is, Pilot Colin. So you should be able to move up to Livestream Room 3 now, if you're still listening in on this. You can join us for the end here. So Mountain Aviation, if you're still paying attention, you just need to go up and right-click on Livestream Room 3 and say switch to channel, and that should do it. In fact, I might be able to move you myself. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Channel group. Nope, I can't. So, yeah, you'll have to do it yourself. Alright, we're closing in on that 14,000 mark, so I'm going to bring this down to the next one, which is 12,000. Where am I at? All of a sudden, I went into some weird place. Okay, here we go. Hey, Pilot Colin, you finally got in here.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Good to finally talk to you. Alright, so next time you shouldn't have to go through that rigmarole because you've been doormanned already, for lack of a better term. So.
Yeah, that took a long time.
Yeah, I guess the Pitta was napping, so that's what happens sometimes. So. Oh well, you're here now. Okay. That's the important thing. So. Alright, we're crossing down through 13.5. So far, so good. Gemini Jets, how's it going, man? How do I fix my Quality Wings 57 not on intercept heading? You need to manually get on an intercept heading then. So whatever your flight plan is, look at the ND, the navigation display, and put your aircraft in such a way that it will intercept the course, and then you should be able to activate LNAV to allow it to go down. Or allowed to intercept. But you have to do that manually. Alright, 5,000 is the next limit.
Is Tim still on here?
He's still in TeamSpeak. I don't know if he's listening in at the moment.
Yeah, I am.
There he is.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright, here's the clouds. A little bit cloudy.
Finally cooled off in Chicago. We might even hit 68 today.
Ooh. Nice. We're gonna get, we had a 92, I think, yesterday. And I think it's supposed to be high 80s today, and then it's supposed to drop into the 70s for us for almost all of next week, I think.
Yeah, upper 40s tonight for us.
Oof, nice.
Typical Washington fashion. It's rainy, and then it's sunny, and then it's rain, and then it's sun.
You talking about the state of Washington, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a literal wall of water coming down outside earlier that I heard it over my noise-canceling headphones.
Oh my goodness.
And then 20 minutes later, it was sunny, and then now we've got another little thunderstorm rolling in.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like Washington. There's a great. I usually watch One American News for the news in the morning, and whoever was doing their B-roll absolutely failed. They were doing a story about Washington State doing something. I can't remember what the story was, and they showed B-roll of the Capitol in Washington D.C. And what you do know, Washington State and Washington D.C. are two very different places.
You would be surprised how often it gets mixed up.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, most people are dumb. Yeah, exactly.
So you say Washington and people automatically assume that you mean DC.
Right, and I would be okay with that if that's how the story was presented. It's like Washington is doing this, but they clearly said Washington State. So you know where it's supposed to be, and you got your B-roll guy pulling up B-roll for DC. Not the same thing. So I thought that was funny.
Are we gonna hit any weather coming in here?
Well, we're going through clouds. It's just overcast. It's like broken at 1,000 feet, so it's we'll probably be in cloud for most of this, and then come out at the very end. But it's not anything significant. It's just light wind and there's no rain.
What are you showing for an OAT?
Right now it's 13 degrees.
I went flying the other day, my instructor, and it's probably the worst flying I've ever done. We were gonna do some touch and goes, and I had to do a we only landed once. It was really bad. We were trying to learn how to determine the weather, and the ceiling level of the clouds was so low. It was like right when we took off, it was like 500 feet off the ground.
Oh gosh. And you're flying VFR, I assume, or supposed to be.
Yeah, we were, but.
Oh, Gemini Jets, that sucks having your internet out for most of the day. Yeah, I would say probably more than 60% of the people are dumb nowadays, unfortunately. I'd like to wish that number was higher, but I don't think it is.
even take the warning labels off of everything.
Right. Let's let Darwin do his thing. That's what I say. I say if we're going to believe in evolution, let's actually believe in evolution.
Can you guys hook up your ForeFlight with FSX? Because I'm having a little trouble.
You talking about the you said ForeFlight?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't have ForeFlight. I'm using Navigraph, so no. So I don't know.
Additionally, footrest and video monitors must be returned to their original position. Thank you.
Here we go.
Still on drag, good grief. Yeah, Kramer's correct. I have the CH Products Flight Sim yoke, which I actually like. I think when it comes to rudder pedals, I would probably go with SideTech if I were to do it over again, but I do like the CH yoke. I tried the SideTech one at Flight Sim Con, and unless you're going to expend the big bucks and get like one of those like $1,000 yokes, I mean those are obviously way nicer, but you're going to pay out the nose for that. So unless you're planning to do that, I'd go with CH.
Is that the one that has the throttle and everything attached to it?
It does. It has a throttle. It actually, the one I have has a throttle, a mix, and a throttle, a propeller control, and a mixture control on the top. I don't use any of those because I have a separate throttle quadrant. But if you don't have that, that comes in very handy. Before I got the throttle quadrant years ago, I used the throttle for my throttle controls. And it's CH Products is the brand, if you Google that. So it's very nice.
$17:10, Michigan State at the half.
Oh, nice.
I think so. The last time I flew into Keflavik, there were a lot of P3s floating around there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Used to be a naval air station.
Oh, that makes sense. We had some kind of aerial, like on Thursday, there was some, I don't even know what they were, and I was looking for a news story on it to see what was going on with it. But we had, there were about 6 of them, some kind of aerobatics team, and I'm pretty sure they were jets. They didn't sound like props. You know, doing something around here. There's not an air show that I'm aware of. And then the next day, yesterday, there was a DC-3 coming in with a little prop chase plane. I'm guessing filming it because it was flying information with it. So yeah, it's interesting.
Chino's not on, is it?
I don't know.
Oh no, Dallas is this weekend.
Yeah, so the aerobatic team didn't look like anything I've ever seen. They weren't Blue Angels or Thunderbirds. It was some weird. If they were jets, it was a jet that I didn't recognize.
That white thing, the runway?
What was that?
Is that the runway in sight?
It is. So I'm waiting.
Very large polar bear.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the autopilot at this point. Shush. My plane.
Crap again.
Put the gear down. And we'll go flaps 25.
Flight attendants, please be seated for arrival.
Brace for impact.
No.
Well, you do have a nose-high attitude.
I know, it's because the autopilot was putting my speed way, way low, so I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying to get out of that and get back on glide path all at the same time. Trim the crap out of this thing. And flaps 30. Landing clearance essentially, so we'll turn our taxi lights on.
Definitely hear those engines.
Mm-hmm.
500. 400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200.
Actually, very quick descent.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on, floater. Jeez. Oh, wow, okay. There was like no indication I was on the ground. That was weird. It was like the ground impact noise was completely gone.
Landing, even though it was a pretty quick BPWF descent.
That was kind of weird. Not sure what's up with that. It's like the ground contact noise didn't register, so I didn't know I was actually on the ground.
It was a nice arrival.
Yeah, thank you. Is this a taxiway or is this a... What is this? This is a taxiway, okay.
We will be
Goat
taxiing
path.
for the next few minutes, so please remain seated with your
Yeah, what the heck?
until the captain turns on the fasten seatbelt sign.
I don't...
At that time, please remember to check around your seating area, in the seat pockets,
I'm
and
gonna keep
overhead
going. I don't
bins
trust
for
that. That
all
seems weird.
personal belongings that you brought on board.
Oh, shush.
Please take care when opening
It didn't have the
your
yellow
tables,
line on it or
as the
anything.
It did not, so yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
Surprised it didn't have a yellow X on it though.
Right, right. It's kind of strange. There is a defunct runway here, but it would have been where the runways intersected the two existing ones. So it's there. Yeah, here, I see it on the map now. There is an X'd out taxiway. That is that one. That's interesting. Oh, and I want to go the other way anyway. I got turned around. Terminal's on the other side. So it's a good thing I didn't go there.
Call for the tug.
Yeah. Alright, we'll go this way. Alright, landing lights off, flaps up. Okay.
Gee, who was it that blew the engine over the Atlantic last night?
Blew the what now? Who?
Had a catastrophic engine failure over the Atlantic.
Oh, really?
It was an Air France flight.
Oh, that.
Oh.
You know what model airplane?
Let me look.
I think it was a Airbus.
Anyone else know? I didn't even know how to change my push to talk. I forgot how.
You gotta go into options and then in TeamSpeak.
I don't see that in here.
It's under tools. Go to options under tools.
Oh.
Yeah.
Looks like a 340.
Oh, the bottom.
Yeah, it's a very
wow.
What you finding there, Tim?
There's an Airbus A380 that blew the engine.
Oh, it's like the Qantas one way back.
And it really let loose.
Interesting. That's the second one of those to do that now. Is those Trent 1000s?
This is more like a Trent 75 now.
Oh.
Scary.
Well, now, yeah. Which engine blew?
Looks like number 4.
Oh. Was that going to or from Paris?
I think it goes from.
Okay.
Hey Moose, is NightBot gonna yell at me if I post a link?
You can try it. I don't know. I've seen people do it successfully, so I don't know what it's... It might be if they're a moderator it doesn't mind it, because I think Encrypted's posted stuff before. So try it, see what happens.
Nope, it removed it.
Oh, okay. Or are you trying
to post a video?
You try
I was gonna post the link of the video I saw of the engine.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, put it in the put the link in TeamSpeak, in the chat in TeamSpeak, and I'll put it up. All right, so there's that. So let me see if I can do it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so yeah, there's the link that Flying Squirrel found. In if you're curious to check out that engine, that blue.
Oh, that's a different link.
Oh, what did you post? What's the...
just a screenshot.
Screenshot of what?
The Boeing 737.
Oh, I got you. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's a cool livery. Alright, coming up to our gate. Hey, look, there's another Icelandair. Let's see what's available to us. Gate F. Nope. Gate G. I will take that one.
It's posted, Moose.
I see it. I'll put it up here in a second. I'm trying to see what gate I'm getting. Okay, so this is the video.
That's the one I saw on Twitter this morning of it.
Gotcha. Alright. Where did you... Oh, seriously? That's not a gate, that's a cargo terminal. You suck. I'm not going over there. Alright, screw that. Revoke parking services. I'm going to stop right here for a second while we figure out where we need to go. Parking. Too small, too small, too small. Seriously, the only... Oh, no, dang it. Hang on. Gate. There we go. Aha! Okay. Previous... Gate 8. There we go. That I can deal with. We are in Iceland, in Keflavik airport, and we are taxiing to the gate that we finally found out where we're going. It might just be it's a Twitter thing, so it may just be a picture. I thought I heard him say video, but it may just be an image.
It is a video, you have to click play on it.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, it's an interesting video.
The 35A.
What was that?
Last week I got this Jet 35A.
35.
Fly somewhere, and it's best.
What's the? It's a what kind of airplane is it?
Jet 35A.
You talk about the Airbus A350?
No, no. It's on simmarket.com.
Interesting. There we go. Parking brake set. Alright, let's get the ground power connected here. And we'll move the jet. See, will the jet will even go? That's, oops. Helps to hit the right button. Control J. Yes, it will. Excellent. Okay, good. So that's going to be going over. Ground power should be available now, so we'll go ahead and turn that on. And we'll kill our engines. Go ahead and request deboarding. And we'll open up the cargo doors. Put the wheel chocks in place. Oops. Fuel pumps can come off. And anti-collision can come off. I can't really do anything over. Oh, seatbelt signs can come off as I freak them out. I'm not running the APU, so that doesn't matter. I can't really do anything with those. I can turn those off, I guess. And, oh, I can turn these off. Okay.
On.
What was that?
I'm just trying to say hello to Han down there.
Oh. Alright, again, I'm glad we got you home safely here in Iceland. So, alright guys, that's it. I think the jetway's connected now, so we can go ahead and open up the main door. That should start the deboarding process, I believe. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so welcome guys to Iceland aboard the 757 in a little bit of cloud today, not anything too dramatic. Glad to have you on board. Check out that link though that about the engine that apparently exploded on the A380 on the Air France flight yesterday. It's interesting stuff. And I'll see you next time. We'll be flying next time on Friday, hopefully. I did get word from the guy that was supposed to be rebuilding the engine for. It may be happening next weekend because he was wanting to do it tomorrow, but I told him there's no way that I can do it in that short amount of time because it's going to take at least a full day with that, and I only have half a day on a Sunday. So we'll see where that lands us, but we'll definitely be trucking probably Thursday next week, and then the plan would be to fly Friday, Saturday again from Iceland, at least initially on Friday, somewhere back in Europe, and then we'll go from there and see where we land. So again, if you guys have suggestions for where you want to see us fly, you can always put that in the comments of the videos or post them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I see them that way as well. Please keep the comments to places in Europe as far as where you want to see us go, because we're not going to be in America for quite a while, so don't waste your time. And again, if you have not hit that subscribe button or that like button yet, please do so. I would really appreciate it. That helps me out, get more views in the video, and attracts more people to the channel through that. So that would be fantastic. So yeah, so hope to see you guys Friday next week or Thursday if you guys want to watch the truck sim stuff. Always happy to have you for that too. And we'll see you then. Again, if you're not part of the Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter family for the Flying Moose, subscribe to one of those at least, so you know you'll get alerts as to when I'm flying next, and you'll also get alerts if for some reason I have to pull the plug due to real life circumstances or obligations that do crop up occasionally. So yeah, tweets are protected. What? Not sure what that means. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Is that the link? Something like that? I'm gonna open the link real quick and just see what what's all the fuss. This account's tweets are protected. Oh yeah, I don't see. Oh, that's weird. You're not authorized. You probably have to follow him. That's probably why.
That's strange because I'm getting it now too.
Oh. That's interesting.
It just worked a minute ago, so.
Yeah, I just clicked follow and now it says pending. So apparently he has to authorize who follows him. Interesting. Okay. Well, lame. All right. I don't know what's up with that. So yeah, sorry. Don't know what's going on there. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and thanks for coming along with the flight. And I will see you guys hopefully very soon. Have a wonderful week.
Bye.
Have a good weekend, Moose. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Moose.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.